Hello, welcome everyone. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. What a day! What a day! I couldn't resist another stream. I couldn't resist doing another game dev stream today. But we don't have long. We do not have very long at all because I got to go out tonight. So limited time. Limited time. Hello, Rev Brown. Good to see you there. Welcome, Blue X, Christopher Jenks, SGBU. Welcome in. Foamed, of course. Good to see you there too. Hopefully, you're all doing great. Let's just quickly jump right into the channel update. I can't. It's a tradition at this point. If I wasn't to do it, I'd feel bad. Let's go ahead and start with the channel update. Did I somehow press the wrong button just then? I don't even know, man. Who knows anymore? Let me just readjust everything. I thought I had this all in the right spot, so I'm not sure. I must have moved a window at some point. There you go. That's better. Alright, yeah, channel update. Big raid from yesterday with MZizzy yesterday evening. MZizzy did a huge raid, causing the numbers to go wild in the overview, which is in the analytics overview here. Dwarfing our previous days, which I was feeling very good about, by the way. So yeah, we hit an average of 122 viewers yesterday. Obviously, that's a lot more than, that's a heck of a lot more than the usual. But even still, with like other raids and other things going on throughout the week, I guess it's still technically a week, right? I mean, we're on day 9 now, so I guess this is the first week here. Yeah, still really good numbers for a brand new channel that yeah, I'm very happy, and thank you all for the support and viewership and keeping me company while I do this stuff. But yeah, numbers are looking insane with that day. I think that'll peter out now, especially after today, because it's going to be a much shorter stream, so I don't expect monster raids or anything like that today. Well, I don't expect them any day, honestly. I'm still frankly surprised that people want to raid this channel. But let's go ahead and look at our achievements, because I'm sure we got some achievements now too. Yeah, we far exceeded the path to affiliate at this point, which is fantastic. Awesome news. And we also unlocked, it looks like today, we've unlocked What Is Thy Bidding? Reach 200 followers. Wow. I didn't realize we're over 200 followers already. We're 218 followers right now. That's crazy. And we have streamed for 40 hours in the last 30 days. So I don't know how I've done it. In 9 days of streaming, well, 8 days of streaming, because today doesn't count. 8 days of streaming, we've managed to get over 40 hours. Crazy. Hey, it's Duke Donuts. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I got myself a nice cup of coffee over here too. Delicious. And also somehow this we've got 50. We've somehow managed to get to 50 VIP badges to give out. And I don't know what to do with VIP badges right now. I'm doing pretty good, Duke Donuts. I still have a headache from like lack of sleeping properly, but other than that, I'm pretty great. And I'm looking forward to doing some stuff today. So tonight I go and do family stuff, and then I've also got my stream later on, my regular stream after that. So yeah, pretty happy. I'm really happy with how the character work is going since yesterday. After yesterday's stream, I kept tweaking it like on the stream until I kind of got to a point where I was like, okay, maybe I don't hate this, maybe I'll come back and look at it. I did a few minor adjustments to it, and now I'm pretty happy with it, and I've continued to just keep on adapting it. I've also done all of the turnarounds for the idle stance, so the character, she now has all facing directions, in like left, right, up, down kind of facing directions. So huge progress. Thanks, Duke. Yeah, I hope the headache goes away. It's because it's my fault. Not enough hydration and not enough sleep, I think, is the contributing factors to my headache. So I'm just drinking coffee like an idiot to help feel better, instead of drinking water and sleeping. But yeah, otherwise things are going pretty good. I'm pretty excited. Let's see what else is there to look at here. I think that's the major updates. Pretty freaking exciting, I'll be honest. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm surprised this one didn't go off. Have 100 viewers at the same time. If we look at the stream summary from yesterday, I'm sure that there was an increase. I'm sure, yeah. Max viewers was 296. Average was 67. And if I go to here, average viewers, look at that raid from Zizzy. Changing the, going from 41 average viewers up to 197 average viewers, and we stayed over 100 average viewers for the rest of the stream too. So I'm pretty sure that achievement should have unlocked, but it might unlock like, you know, tomorrow or something like that. Sometimes they're a bit slow on the updates. Yeah, but anyway, that's pretty exciting. I still haven't, I don't know why I have access to earnings and payouts, since I haven't set that up yet. I haven't accepted the offer I haven't accepted the affiliate offer, so I don't think I'm going to do that right away. I don't know if I'll ever do it. We'll see. I don't really know what to think about that one. I'll think about it some more in the future. Maybe if chat has some ideas. Hey, NecroKeys, how are you going? I hope you're doing well. Good afternoon. But yeah, if you go to the stream manager, there's even, I can even run a 1-minute ad break, and I'm not sure who that benefits, because it's not me. And it has sub chat only. I don't have an affiliate account, so I'm not sure how either of these are supposed to work. Hey, Love and Thunder, welcome, good to see you. I'm not going to press them because I don't know what will happen. Yeah, but I think that's it. I think that's basically it. The overview is, I guess that's where we're at. It's looking great. I'm feeling very fortunate that all the support has come through, and I'm able to continue to do this and have people viewing it, and just generally having some company while I do this work is great. It's good for motivation, but it's also good just to be able to like not get too in my own head about things as well. I can talk to people a little bit as I do stuff. So yeah, it's going great. Going over to the action items for today, I guess. We've got to scroll through our massive document that we've been working through. This document has been with me since day 1. And we are now up to day 9. Now, because today is going to be such a short stream, I don't think we're going to be able to do everything here. However, I already did it. I did it offline. So here we go. I have a bunch of different directions being faced here. Make these all 400. So we have facing left, facing forward, facing right, and facing backwards, which is a little bit off. There you go. Yeah, we have full rotation now for the character. I could make that a little animation if I wanted to, I suppose. I also added an actual animation. I don't know if there's a way to like tell this to play an animation. Like, it's not like a view animate or something like that, right? I don't think there is. But I do have... I did export the GIF. So I have a grabbing animation, which is obviously important for grabbing things. Infinite corridor. Yeah, when you turn on the when you look at your own stream, it gets a bit wild. You mean the GIF? Yeah, I do mean the GIF. I usually say GIF. I prefer GIF. GIF is the correct way, in my opinion, to say the word. But sometimes I just like to mix it up and say GIF. But yeah, I did a little bit of secondary animation. Like, I wanted the hand to reach out and just like... Basically, it's just a reach and touch item thing. That will be used for like picking up things or turning on or off things. Any kind of interaction, I'm going to play that animation. So I've only done the left facing version of it. I got to flip it and do the right facing version, which might be what we do now. Thank you, Christopher Jenks. Thank you. So yeah, she's got a little bit of secondary animation on like this elbow sort of and shoulder region, sort of just like moving a bit. Although I don't really like the blinking. Looks like there's a bit of flashing there where the shoulder sort of... I thought it would... Anyway, it's fine. It's okay. It's good enough for now. We can always come back and polish more once we've got all of the assets created, which is like the same goal, the same process I went through with backgrounds. I've drawn a bunch of backgrounds. They're pretty good, but I wanted to go and do some more work on them, clean them up, maybe change some of the colors a little bit, you know, things like that. Just like enhance them and make them a bit nicer. I can do the same with animations as well. So they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be relatively well representative, like, of the motion that I'm looking for. And then I can, like, if it's just like a little bit of pixel tidying up here and there, maybe adding some more secondary motion to like the hair and stuff like that, we can do all that stuff. So yeah, that is... I sort of went ahead and did a bit of work, is basically what I'm saying. So we got our turnaround, and we got some other stuff. Have I got some, like, errant pixels, or is this all intentional? I think this might be intentional. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I think ultimately, like, this came up really, really nicely. I think this looks great. It's a good start. A good start for this character. It took me a long time to get to this point with the character. I'm not sure if it reads as a girl or a boy, or as androgynous. I think, like, I showed it to Hesh earlier today, Hesh Valentine, while he was streaming. I said, like, do you mind if I share my character art? And he said, yeah, go ahead. So I shared it, and his impression was guy. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can see it. But, you know, I was going for girl. I don't know what to do to make it look more girly. I don't want to, you know, put big boobs on a girl, because it's supposed to be a young girl. Like, it's not supposed to be... You know, it's not Lara Croft, right? It's like Day of the Tentacle style characters. Like, they're kids. They're supposed to be kids. Looks like a girl, but you know what? I don't know why that got auto-modded, but I'll allow it. I think it looks like a girl. That's what I was going for. But like, it's interesting to see what other people will say. You know, long eyelashes could. I mean, maybe. I don't know how you'd be able to do eyelashes at this resolution though. Yeah, big controversy in 2024 saying something looks like a girl. I did think, like, maybe I could try doing, like, pink lips, or, like, I don't know, maybe a bow in the hair would, like, sell it. A bow in the hair. I don't want to, like, go throwing a skirt on. I think that it should read as a girl, whether she's wearing overalls or not, right? Like, she should be able to read as a girl. So I'm not sure how to fix that right now. But yeah, I'm still working on it. There's still a few details here that I haven't really done a great job on. Like, the belt looks okay on the front and on the back, but on the side views, it's kind of like a bit wonky, and like, what's going on with the belt? So I need to fix that up a bit. I think the pocket on the overalls doesn't really read very well on the side views, so I want to clean up some of the pixels there and stuff as well. But like I said, cleaning up pixels and like that sort of stuff I can do later. For now, it's just like get started with the right get off on the right foot, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, maybe some glasses? Maybe. Again, I don't know how easy that will be to pull off. But yeah, I think she has some pretty good stuff. Maybe a bow would work. Like maybe like a red bow in her hair. Like I don't know if I still have. Yeah, I do have this. So like, there's the hair tie that Laverne wears. Maybe I could do a red bow, sort of like she's got a hairband. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing is, like, my character is about 150% the height of these characters. And I actually kind of regret it a little bit. I'm gonna stick with it, but like seeing it in the game, which I just went and did today. I should be on this scene, right? This one. None of my scene changes are working from the stream deck right now. I don't know why. I'll just manually change it. Yeah, so seeing the character in the world with the scaling and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, there's some of the details getting a bit squashed and lost a little bit, unfortunately. But it does look cool, like seeing her like slide around. When she's walking, it's gonna look even better. But at the moment, she just sort of slides around. It's not too bad though. It's not too bad. It could definitely be worse. Yeah, the way the eyes do that, like, scaling thing, I'm not too happy about. I might actually go back to the Laverne style eyes with the grey around the center, just to see if that helps to make that less obvious. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, maybe a little red bow in the hair would really sell that. Oh yeah, this is a girl character. I don't know. Maybe that's something I can add a bow later on. I don't need to do it right now. So that's where we're at. And of course now I need to remember to plug in my drawing tablet because we're going to be doing a lot of drawing today. Probably want to clean this thing a little bit too. Everything's just like freaking out about having another screen plugged in. Okay. Alright, just double checking, make sure the stream's still alive after I did that. Alright, that's good. I think. Just kind of dropped it, but I think it's good. Alright. I actually don't know if I want to use Krita right now. I'm probably going to stick with using GIMP for the animations and stuff, so I'll leave Krita in the background, I guess. It's now that I've already opened it, but yeah, I'm probably more want to focusing on this character and this tool. So yeah, I'm really happy with how I guess the character design has turned out. And now it's just down to maybe some of the animations and stuff like that. So, maybe I'll just do a quick reverse of this animation for the left facing. Grab. I'm only going to do a grab animation for left and right. I'm not going to do a grab animation for up and down. So if the character is going to grab something, I'll always make sure I tell the game face left or face right. Hey, Captain Pilcar, good to see you. It's illegal to use microfiber cloth in 700 different countries that don't exist yet. Oh, I didn't know that, BNU. Luckily, I don't exist in one of those countries that don't yet exist. How you going, Captain Pilcard? I hope you're doing really good, dude. Oop. So... yeah, I want to reproduce this, but the other direction. So I think the easiest thing to do is just to take the frames and flip them, which I already have put them over here, so I can just flip this image. And then we just have to edit this, basically, the legs, to move the pocket, the utility pocket, whatever this thing is, over to the other side. And that's it, but we'll take the turnaround, and we'll use this, so we really probably don't have too much to really do. It's probably actually pretty easy to do this change, I imagine. Is the music too loud, by the way? I can turn it down a bit. I'm just realizing I'm hopping from the wrong layer. I don't think it matters, but might as well. Okay, I only need the top 3 layers, because that's just a looping animation that I made to export the GIF, so... oh, this is scaled up. Right, I forgot I'd scaled it up. Right. I scaled it up so I could get the export so it was readable at a, you know, a higher resolution kind of thing. Anyway, all good now. I only need those top 3. What? Why won't you let me drag the thing around anymore? I'm glad to hear you're doing good there, Captain Pilcard. Don't mind the music volume? Okay. Good to hear. That's it, and then I just need to paint out the rest of the pocket on this side, I think. I keep jiggling as I remove the mouse. As I move the mouse, it jiggles. Anyway, I think I got it right that time. So I'm just gonna like paste that into, anchor that into this layer, and then I just have to paint out the pouch. I just zoom in really close just to make it easy on myself. Something like that, maybe? What I'm going to do is just delete the content in that area in both of these frames and then just paste in what I copied, which is what I should have done in the first place, probably. Alright. And I guess I really only needed to do that for these top two layers anyway. Because I think... Okay, no, it's the second two layers then. Cool. Yeah, so it goes from this idle pose to this frame. What's going on there? Oh, it's above it, that's why. Yeah, so it goes from this frame to this frame, this frame, and then back. I just need to export these frames. I guess I'll export all three of them. Can I export each layer as a... I don't know if this... layer... Is layer export or file export? Can I export each layer separately? Is my question. Actually, I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to switch the music up again. Alright, and I'm also just going to quickly check. GIMP, export layers as individual images. If PNG is acceptable format, one option is to export as open raster ORA, open specification. What? Open it in 7-zip? Okay. Okay, there's a plugin to do export layers. Ugh, okay, yeah, so you have to just paste them as new layers. Everyone is just like, use ImageMagick, but that's like really dumb. I just want something inside of GIMP to do it automatically, but apparently it's not there by default. That's fine. Export as... Is there options? Like, maybe everybody's just stupid and there's actually options? I don't see extra options. Well... If I just show each frame... And then control... Is it Shift E? Shift Control E to export. And then I can just do... oops. Delphine dash left dash grab dash 001 dot PNG export. Control Shift E. Cancel. Gonna change that to a 2. Export. Now the music's really quiet. I just realized I must have turned it down too much. Alright. Okay, and then if I go... I guess I'll save this as, if I just undo until I get back to the original animation that I had with before I flipped it. Alright. That took a little bit. But anyway. Hey! It's Bloody Cactus! Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome, Bloody Cactus and Raiders. Thank you very much for joining us here at twitch.tv/FractalMindDev, where I am making a video game in AGS with influences from games such as Day of the Tentacle. Hey, IGN 8th Block, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow. I do have anonymous follows here. I appreciate all the follows. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, I'm just working on Delphine's animation for grabbing stuff, which are done. I just need to get the export done, which I'm working on right now, actually. So we're going to export as, this will be right 1. Export. Right 2. What were you playing today, Bloody Cactus? What were you up to, mate? And I'll get you a shout out too, as soon as I find my mouse cursor. Shout out, Bloody Cactus. And again, really sorry to hear about your dog, but I'm glad that he's made it home and that you're getting to spend some time with him. You finished the Desperados 3 main mission and started DLC mission 1 of 3. Whoa. Nice one, dude. Nice one. GG. Thank you again for the raid. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name's Mike. I'm doing a dev stuff here. I also have a gaming channel, which is separate, and I just have them separated just because they're such different things. If I do it this way, like if I separate the content, it's just easier for me, like, to not stress about the content affecting each other. So yeah, you know, I'm happy to be doing it. I'm happy to be doing it. Now, did I just export this one or not? I don't know if I did. Let's just try. Okay, wrong window had focus. Don't know what that shortcut did. Right grab 2. I think we haven't done it yet then. So it doesn't matter if I overwrite it. It's not overwriting, so it didn't exist. Cool. And right grab 3. Export that. I'm just going to delete these extra layers for the GIF animation purposes, and we'll save this as right grab. And we have our animations done. So I guess it's time to flick back over to AGS now and put in the animations into our editor. So I guess I'll use that one. Did I just turn off Twitch chat? Sorry, didn't mean to turn Twitch chat off. Good. So, how's things going, Bloody Cactus? I hope the day's treating you well. Is it late? Is it late? 5 hours to do the last mission. Yeah, it must be late then. That's our cat. I want the Guy View. Okay. I probably am going to rename Guy View to Delphine View at some point. Probably. Create new loop. Downright no. Create new loop. No. Create new loop. No. Create new loop. No. Create new loop. No special purpose. I guess we want loop 8 to be the grabbing loop then. I'm going to assume that like these downright, upright, whatever, I don't really know. 11:38 p.m. work in 6-ish hours. Oh, I've been there. I know what that's like, dude. Oh my gosh. If you need to get some rest, take care of yourself. Thanks so much for the raid. I guess I create one here, and then I just go, okay, import new sprites, and I want all the Delphine grabs. Delphine left, grab, and Delphine right grab. Not this one though. There we go. Open. Pixel, no, top left pixel. Import all. I hate how this is organized. Maybe I should have actually been grouping my animations here. Also, this needs to get, I think the 39 and 40 are no longer used. So I need to delete them. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 4. What? Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I can delete 42. Down, left, right, up. Left grab 1, 2, 3, right grab 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna start with loop 8 is gonna be left grab frame 1. Hey, it did it. Okay, it knows what's up. And then I actually want it to go backward. Does it know what I'm trying to do? I feel like it just increments. It doesn't realize I'm going up and then down. But anyway, that's one animation in, and then another loop. Create new frame, and we go for the right animation. Boom, 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 and we go backwards. Okay. So now we have loop 8 and loop 9 being the grab animation, and we have not filled in these. I don't think that if they don't exist, I hope it just doesn't try it. Hopefully that the fact that they don't exist is just like essentially skipping it. Let's find out. Yeah, it seems to not care about the directional. If the direction doesn't exist, it will just not use it. That's great. So then I have to add code. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do this to make it nice for me. I want to create a global script function, which I hope that I'm allowed to do that. And whenever I want to add an item to the player inventory, instead of typing player.add inventory, I will type whatever that global script name is, like give player get item, or player grab, something like that. And I will have that function take parameters. Hopefully we can do, I don't know if we can do optional parameters. We might be able to. If we can do optional parameters somehow, if there is no coordinates given, I'll use the mouse XY to walk to and look at, and then play the grab animation facing the direction of the mouse as best as possible, either left or right. Hopefully we'll be able to know that. And then, so the player will like walk to that thing and reach out and grab it, and then it'll add it to their inventory. Same with like interacting with objects, so if like turning on the stove, fixing the stove, it'll play that animation as well. Yeah. Yeah. Another optional thing to give it would be an object in the scene, if we want to toggle that visibility of an object in the scene. So like when you go to open the door, it toggles the door handle disappearing, and then when you use the inventory item on it, it toggles the other object visible on. So like, I wonder if that's something I can program in. I want to see the animations being used, so I'm gonna switch gears again from drawing back to a little bit of programming, and we'll see how that goes. So let's see if I can add a general. Hey there, Yara, good to see you. Script. Let's try doing this. Function player grab item. Item. Inventory item I, or it, I'll say it. So it, and then function. Oh, that shouldn't say play, it should say player. Player grab item, inventory item, it, what are they called? Something object? Object? You not being you. Programming isn't real. It's not. You're right. I mean, yeah, you're right. Programming's fake. I guess it's just player dot add inventory it. And then I just want to do player dot walk okay, so we can do another one of these. If an object was specified, we can walk to the object. Else we walk to the mouse. So we could do int wx equals mouse dot x y wx wy wx equals ob dot x wy equals ob dot y. Okay. If programming was real, we would be using brainwaves to communicate with the computer. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing that people don't understand, is that you need... If you're not directly interfacing your brain to the computer system, then it's not truly programming. It's a facsimile of programming. It's like... It's not even really a facsimile, it's kind of like a cheap imitation. Like when a magician makes like a coin appear behind your ear, it's like, yeah, that's like a trick, but it's not magic. It's not the real thing. Like same with programming, right? It's like, yeah, everything's fake. It's not real. Anyway, let's see if this compiles, because I'm not even sure it'll allow me to do this. You know what? It's probably the order of precedence. Struct cannot be passed as a parameter. I don't care. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and do it anyway, man. Technically, it should be in this order. But it's still complaining about the struct of... I guess it's one of these two things is a struct, and it's not allowed. Can I say managed function? Does it work now? Yeah, I'm not allowed to use managed function. I want to be able to pass a reference of an item. Maybe I just have to do a pointer to an item and a pointer to an object. And I don't think I have to dereference them. What? Oh. I think I'm allowed to pass pointers. It's already defined. Yeah. I'm trying to create optional parameters, my man. I'm trying to create optional parameters, my man. Come on, please. Please. AGS script optional parameters. Local function with optional parameters, AGS. Is this a... Oh, there's a forum question. Optional parameters, string, solved. Scripting tutorial, AGS manual. Alright, let's read. Blah, blah, blah. Optional parameter. That's how you might want to do an optional parameter. Let's see if this is allowed. This is an import function. Wait, it has to be an import... Alright, yeah. Definition. Okay, import function... Have we already done... I feel like I learnt this already. Did I already learn this? Learnt this? Shouldn't this be with a semicolon at the end? It does have a semicolon at the end. What? Import void? No, it should be void. Should it be void? I don't think it should be a void. Should it be? Global script, not room script. I don't want to read the whole forum. Probably says nothing good. Great, thank you. Workaround is to put a function into global script and import line in global header. This way you'll be able to use it from any room. Okay, so instead of doing it like so, I need to say loop, 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 import equals null. Allowed? Default value must be literal. It's literally null though. I can allow it to be an object ID. Maybe it needs to be a big null, not a little null. Maybe. No. Autocomplete says lowercase null. I feel I made some mistake with a script parser and don't know how to fix it without breaking something else. Yeah, I get the impression that the scripting language in this is fragile. But it's like, it's also just part of like the way that the whole, like, the scripting language is also tied into the structure of the game engine itself. So yeah, it's a bit, it can be a little bit funky in that regard. I think if I do an integer object ID instead, and I say -1, because I'm allowed to do -1 if I want. And then if object ID is not -1, object ID dot x. What? What? Oh shit. This is in global. Is global allowed to touch object IDs in rooms? Current room dot objects get object room 1 dot get count. I might not be allowed to do what I want to do. What I want to do is make my life easier by having a standard function that I put through all of the pick up an object in the world. If you provide the object ID parameter, it would like toggle the visibility of the object for you. So it's just like, hey, I just want to like, this object is a placeholder for an item that you're gonna get in your inventory. When I run through this path, I just want it to automatically toggle the visibility of that object ID that I pass in. That's what I'm trying to do, but it seems AGS doesn't really want me to do it. Because I cannot pass the object for some reason. No, I can't pass null as an object. I could create a null object. But objects exist at a room level, not at a global level. So passing the object in optionally, and I can't have an object be null. I can't access the ID of a room's object. It's not like a default object. And the reason I want to have a default is so that I can just say, have a function that calls this function, right? That only specifies thing. I guess I could just like, I could still try object obj. I could try this. Obj. No. It's like maybe I can just manually type null. So it's not ideal, but I can just manually type null. Struct still cannot be a parameter, right? Because it needs to be freaking pointer. Okay. is it working? OB? Obj. I changed the name. OB. J. 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 Okay, technically that'll work. Quit, please. Now, if I try player grab item, I want the player to walk to that location, add the item that I specified to the inventory, and toggle the object if I've specified it. So that should E-block. And then I want player.animate. The loop ID was 8 for left, so let's just go with left. Delay, I don't know, maybe 5. I don't know what it is. Repeat style, optional if it's blocking. So repeat is once. And block. Okay. And then if I go into room 1... Oops. Apparently double clicking on a tab breaks it out. Add inventory ID. So this is an ideal one to use it in. iBeans. O-beans. Can I just block comment? There is. Undefined token player grab item. It's a global. How is global functionality not available globally? Do I need to import it? Did you see that? I don't know what this zero means. Okay, the 0 is the delay between frames. Blame Duke? Yeah, blame Duke. Yay! She slides because I haven't done the animations yet, Pi. Alright, so now we kind of want that to be an optional thing, right? Because some things are not going to have an object to toggle when you pick up the thing. Although in most cases, I think I actually do have an object. And I could do the same logic for the add item. I can just say if it is null, is not null, sorry. Add it. And this is a generic thing, right? And then I can just say player interact item, or interact, player interact, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't need a space. You can, or you can not, right? Like, I honestly, I never care. I never care. and I'm sure it annoys people. I think if anything, I prefer no space. I think if anything, I prefer no space, to be honest. So I change my mind on that every day. But yeah, now we have player interact, right? Which is I just changed the name of it, but I didn't change it here. So, oops, player interact, and then I could just do player interact. You know, I never checked to make sure that I got the beans, but I'm pretty sure I got the beans. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I got the beans. So, every time I want to interact with something, this is going to be annoying, but I could do that. And that's like, if there's no item, then it will use these. And if there is an item, but these are not 0, I'll use these. So I could be like, the function signature now takes 2 ints as well. Int x, int y. If x not 0, wx equals x. And it will overwrite at this layer. And likewise with y. And then we could even have facing direction. Int facing equals 0. Can I do equals zeros in these? In these bad boys? L to the no. Let's see what... A wrong number of parameters, yeah. What about now? You can't have the equal signs in here. I don't know how the hell this is working, man. Because I didn't do the import. Beep boop, we picked it up. And then if we go, backyard, right? This is the doorway. Player dot inter, no wait, not player. Player underscore interact. Null. O door handle. What's it called? O door handle. Edit. Control Z doesn't work when you drag an object. That's annoying. No. Right, so we actually changed the image of it at a different point in time. So when we do layer, no, not that. When we look for interact, if the door is broken, is not broken, blah blah blah. So we just do this instead of that. Technically that should still work, right? I mean, I've got quick test enabled so that I won't even see that part get hit. I gotta disable quick test. So like interacting with the stove should also play an animation when I change it. Alright, I gotta make the coffee first. Every single one of these should play the animation, right? The interaction. Even using the fridge should do it. Now we can break the door. We should see the animation, I think. Okay, yeah, so she played the animation, which was the intention. I've only got it playing the left animation. I need the right. I need it to be able to pick the right one. Right and left. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see the character actually like sliding around in the game. I know it's not animated. I think when it's animated, it'll start to look even more like lively. Obviously, that's the point of the animations. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I did the full rotation. I didn't actually. You make a good point. Oh no, I did show it. I showed it. I showed it earlier in the stream. I showed all of the animations that we've got so far, all of the frames that we have so far. So we have all facing directions. There's like front, right, left, and back. So using this should also play the animation. But it'll be facing left, obviously, because that's the only one we've encoded. Yeah. So that's done exactly correctly. Yeah, I earlier in the stream, so yeah, no issues, dude. God, double click is really killing me. So yeah, I got this facing direction. So facing direction 0, we don't care. And we'll just do if facing is not equal to 0, let's just do this. Let's do if facing equals 1, player dot face direction left. Otherwise it's 2, face right. What if I just did this? I don't know if, I think E directions are ints. I think they are ints. I think enums are ints. E direction right, E direction right, E direction left, E direction left. Okay, cool. If player dot facing direction player dot current. How do I see what direction I'm facing? Is it like is facing left or something? Is interacted in is lose inventory, move, place walkable area, remove tent, say run interaction. I don't know what run interaction is. Maybe it's like what I just coded. Maybe run interaction. Oh no, I think that's like running the interaction event, probably. That'll make more sense. All I want to know is what player direction facing. Get E direction Konami code. So are those sub window items routines you programmed in or are part of the engine you downloaded? Are you talking about this drop down list that's currently on the screen that I can scroll through? If so, this is called IntelliSense, and many editors have a feature like IntelliSense. Yeah. I don't know how to get the facing direction of a player, so I'm going to Google it because all my guesses were wrong. AGS script get facing direction of character. Check direction of characters facing. Just check the dot loop. Oh, you're evil. You're absolutely evil if that's what I'm supposed to do. But okay, player dot loop equals 2. Go back to the view for this because I don't. Left is 2, or left is 1, right is 2. 1. That's left. Else. Two. Oops. 9. If object is not, no, if obj is not equal to null, player dot face object obj and facing not equal to -1, I think I said it was by default. So yeah, if you specified an object and facing is -1, then face it. Full face left equals true. If facing not equal to -1, face left equals player dot loop equals 1, else face left equals player dot x is greater than obj dot x. If obj not equal to null, else equals is checking if the equality is true. The return boolean yes or boolean no, true or false, 1 or 0. And the equals operator by itself is assignment. Optional X and Y, that's standing position. So we'll get the standing position from the room view. So if I want the player to stand here when getting the beams, grab that coordinate, pop that in, and I want you to face left. So I won't specify left, it should figure it out based on the object position that it should face left. You dummy. Let's just specify left and see if I've just screwed something up in my brain. I may have screwed something up in my brain. Because if I don't specify it, it should do the same things I just saw. Hey Coburn, good to see you. Currently out in the field, well, more shopping than a field trip. Oh yeah, nice, nice. Be lurking while shopping. Excellent, excellent. I won't be on for too much longer, I don't think. Maybe another hour. I'm just creating bugs. It's always good to create bugs. You can't have a cool game if you don't have bugs. So if facing is not -1. Well, in this case, it is -1. So facing left is just left by default. And then... So this should be if facing is... If facing is not specified, face left should be whatever the direction the player is currently facing based on these facing choices that were made. Oh, you know what I just realized? I gotta pass in E direction left and E direction right in the future. I don't know if I can find the value of E direction left and E direction right, though. That's probably something I can, like, figure out, but... Anyway. If facing is not specified... So I'm just gonna create a boolean called, bool facing specified equals facing not equal to -1. If facing is not specified, face the object. Does Control H not work? How do you do a replace? Control F? There is a replace option here. Facing left. Current document. Replace. Can't find any more instances. Okay, so facing left. Facing left is true by default. If facing is specified as direction left, then it should face left, and then facing left should also be set to true, which it is in this case, but maybe I'll just tidy this up a tiny bit. Alright. If facing is not specified, facing left is going to be determined if the player is that way. Otherwise, why am I doing this? Oh, this is like a little bit overcomplicated here. When will we need to do this? When facing is not specified. When facing is not specified, check if the player is facing left. And that'll be facing left is true. If player dot loop equals 1, I assume E direction left is 1. But I don't know that for sure. So I'm just going to say if the loop is 1. Sorry, if the loop is not 1, then we do this extra bit. That actually makes more sense. Alright, so we should definitely know if we're facing left or not by this point. Good. We done it. Hey, Draforan, good to see you. How you going? Okay, like I said, I programmed some complex stuff in Quick Basic 4.5 with compiler. So a lot of this makes sense, just different commands. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That makes sense too. I get you. Quick Basic 4.5. I can't say that I remember what that is. Did she just flip her facing direction without me clicking? Have I logicked this completely incorrectly? Let me check the loops again. Left is definitely 1, and 2 is definitely right. So I'm not sure why she would have flipped her direction after an apparent waiting period. I should also, maybe I should hard code. Maybe I can change this script. I'm forcing the directional facing at the last minute before I run the animation. I think I can do E block here as well. I think that would be safe to do. Hey Prime, good to see you. Welcome. It goes good. How are you? How are you going? Her interaction frames remind me when you get Dan to take stuff from a cupboard. The same arm extend frame. Yeah, it's a very like basic, like I need to interact with something. Sometimes characters just like to flip directions for fun. Yeah, maybe. She's just self-aware now. So interact with the beans. She'll face that direction, then grab. And I don't think she'll turn anymore, because I've actually coded her to face the right way. Which is, I think, now correct. Good. Walking animation is going to make this so much fun to watch and play, I think. I'm going to have a blast. Just making her actually have a walk animation. But yeah, this is pretty good. I feel like the position I've told the character to move to is like a little bit too far to the right. So where's my room 1 code? That's too far to the right, so let's just drop it down to 160. And let's go ahead and do this with the bread too. Good bread. Right? What? Oh, here. Okay, it's right down here. Yeah, so all this code about this is just like lamb, I bread, no, and O bread. Not nred, bread. And then I can, like, it's just 1 line of code instead of like 4 lines of code or whatever it was. Simplify. Microsoft Quick Basic 4.5 came with DOS back in the day, I think. Yeah, I remember using Quick Basic back in the day. I remember using it. I used to make quite a few little games and stuff like that back then. Like, I kind of like... That's when I started thinking about, like, making programs, like, a bit more intentionally. Because I was still probably only about 10 or 11 years old at the time. But that's when I started thinking a bit harder about programming games and software and stuff. 4.5 was the standalone release MS did that came with a compiler that basically bolted on the runtime to a bytecode and bytecode-ish representation of the source code. Interesting. But if you recall correctly, it was too expensive to really gain any adoption among people who would want to use QBasic. Right. QBasic that came with DOS was 1 or 1.1. Okay. I don't remember which version I was using, but I do remember using it. That the bread interaction. And then I can just say, player interact. There's nothing, no inventory items, no objects to change, but we want to walk to a specific location. And then we could even specify a facing direction, right? Which will be left in this case. And we can just go to the room and we can say, I want you to walk exactly to about here. Say about there. And just use that coordinate. And so now the player will interact when it fixes the stove. And then I can do the same for this area, stove interact. Oh, that should not be 0. That should be null. This is not C. We can't just use 0 as null. Really? You can't find that? Didn't I just copy it from somewhere in here? It's right there. Weird. Oh, there was 2 spaces. Didn't notice that. Grab the beans. Grab the bread. Good bread. So I can maybe change the standing position a little bit, but yeah. Use the stove. Turning on the stove doesn't seem to work. And we're making the game so good. Just like one animation and a little bit of code, and the game's like a billion times better now. Did I do it for the fridge? I don't think I touched the fridge code yet. Yeah, fridge code hasn't been touched. I also don't think I touched this code. Yeah. No! The door! What happened with the door? I might not have updated the code for it yet. I don't think I gave the door interaction a position. But it clearly is doing a player interact, which is great. What would it be? H door something? Really? Oh, it's H backyard. It's right in front of me. Yeah, I added the player interact down here, but it's like not really correct. So the player walk too, I gotta change that code. And I think it faced the door handle because it's like where it was standing was like just to the right of where the actual door handle was. More chat to read. You had the one with the compiler because you did insert some of your programs to exe. Right, you compiled to exe. You had 6.22 with QBasic. DOS 622. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I have anonymous follows, but if you want to jump in the chat and say hi, you're welcome to do that. I continue lurking otherwise. It's all good. Thank you so much for the follow. Convert. Concert. Right. Autocorrect. I gotcha. Yeah, there are 2 with the compiler 4.5 and 7.1. They were both standalone. And then Visual Basic 1.0 was an iteration of 7.1 with a UI library built in. Okay. Quick Basic wasn't too bad for the time. I was able to draw 3D wireframe objects and rotate them at a decent frame rate, which ran even faster once compiled. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Have you ever considered adding shameless references to other retro streamers so that they play your game on their streams? Yes, I've considered it, Draforan. I'm definitely making references to myself so far in here, but and games. There's definitely some game references I'm adding. I will continue to add. There's some thoughts I put into adding some stuff. I was thinking about in the basement putting a save and raid poster on the wall at the back. Stuff like that. Yeah, I've thought about it. I'll probably try and think of different things I can add for that purpose, yes. Kind of cut the door animation off. Yeah. The door animation, no good right now. We'll work on it more. Oh, that's a good GIF you've got there, Captain Fieldcard. I like it. Alright, I keep working on this code. I wasn't planning to do code. I was planning to do animation, but code's frankly going to be quicker than animation at this point, so it's probably good to spend the time we've got on code if we can make this a little bit more cool. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I'm enjoying doing this. So we are toggling the door handle, but we need to set our position. Actually, we should already have our position set. But if I specify a position to walk to for interacting, anytime we want the characters to interact with the door, if we say we want them to be standing about here, we use that position instead of the XY from the mouse. I hope there's no other references to XY. There aren't, as far as I can tell. And then we can, well, yeah, we can just let's undo that change that I just deleted. Let's just go X and Y. XY. Put XY in the interact. And we'll do the facing direction is E face E direction right. To specify that we want to face right. So we click on go to, it won't interact because she'll say, I don't want to go. I don't need to go anywhere. So we have to make a coffee, of course. Which we can do. Unfortunately, to test this, I don't have a shortcut, an appropriate shortcut. I have to actually do the things, so. Okay, we made our coffee. We're gonna drink it. Now we test the stove. Turning on the stove doesn't seem to work. Okay, the hose is broken, backyard. Let's go. So the door handle broke. And anytime we interact with it, hopefully. Oh no, I didn't update the inventory use on door code, so still not going to go to the same spot. Rosie, hey, thank you for the lurk. Good to see you. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised that so many people are coming in to hang out with the game dev streams. It's so nice. Hey, Jeff's here too. Good to see you, Jeff. Thanks for the lurk, mate. I think I might want to port this to DOS once it's done. Could be fun. No problem, just working on some low-level code. Low-level code? Like, you doing, like, some inline assembly in your, in your game dev for DOS? I know you're doing DOS game dev. So if I wanted the X and Y coordinates to be known elsewhere, I need to pull them out of here, put them up here, and I'll say door interact X. No, I'm just gonna call it door X and door Y. This is the basement interact. Oh, I guess I did this silliness as well. We'll change that too, probably. Inline assembly in Hex. Oh, so fun! Are you, I mean, I hope you made yourself a tiny little compiler to go from ASM to Hex. And you're not just hand typing hex codes in. I mean, I hope. If that's what you're doing, that's fine. You just remember the numbers. Oh, you've already advanced that far into it. You've been doing it long enough recently. It's lodged in there. Oh, at the gym, Rosie? Awesome. Good luck at the gym. Anyway, I need to control F for another int X. There's got to be another int X. What was it? Control H. No, backyard. Back. Okay. That's backyard interact. This now needs to be door X, door Y. As does this. H backyard inv. Nope, whoops. Use inv. Yeah. I do not like this editor, the way that the things are structured and stuff. Like, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to complain, but I don't love it. So if I've drunk the coffee, it's false. So we're just going to walk to door X and door Y. And then we're going to do player.face direction right. The block, why not? Interact with the door handle. So that's that fixed. Headache's really starting to give me a pain. Hopefully I can stream tonight. Do it all again. It should display the thing after we interact with the door, not before. The fact that the door's broken. I think we need to set, when we transition into a room, we need to also set the facing direction. Yeah, it's amazing how much life it adds to the game, just having, like, an animation to pick things up. It's pretty cool. See, that's so much nicer seeing... Because you can actually see the event happening as well, like as it changes the background there and stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, this is really coming along today. Made huge leaps and bounds in our implementation today. All right. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I don't know how much longer I got, so I'm going to check with the wife and see what time we want to leave. I think we're probably still looking at another 45 minutes, but we'll see. All right. I still have time. She's actually out at the moment, so I couldn't ask. Dude, what are we doing? I might just switch the track from this back to the other music for a little while. The One Must Fall tracks are good, but there's not enough of them. So that's done. I could go through everything and just like use this on everything. Look at 2D game engines to do pixel art game, but there are a number of them. Some are paid to download. I'm not sure which I should use. Have you tried any of these suggestions? I've only ever tinkered with them. I like I said before, I like to make stuff. Game Maker is pretty cool. From what I've seen, it's a good like entry level engine that has some capabilities to make some pretty great games. There are a lot of indie games that have done very well using that engine. So Game Maker Studio, I've heard, is quite good. I can't speak for engines like Unity or Godot in their 2D usefulness. I understand that I have played a little bit with Unity 2D, and it's not too bad. And I understand that there are quite a few games out using Unity 2D, so it seems like a good choice. Godot, on the other hand, I don't know much about it. I'd have to look into it some more. Yeah, other tech, like there are still like tons more out there that you could use if you wanted to go like. Yeah, it depends on what your goals are. It depends on your goals. I would say if you're just like wanting to dip your toe in and see what's happening, Game Maker Studio might be a really good choice, but it's not free. Although I think it might have a free tier. I think it does have a free tier for like personal use, so yeah. Godot has separate 2D and 3D engine. I hear the 3D engine isn't that great though. See, I think I might have heard the opposite of that, Captain Pilcar, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure. I haven't really spent too much time looking into it yet. I did plan for my next game, i.e. this one, to be done with Godot. But it just didn't make sense when I was looking at the engines. This is obviously... Adventure Game Studio is obviously just geared around making adventure games. So a lot of stuff that you might have to do isn't necessary. It's already been done. So yeah, anyway. I mean, you know, I can't complain. Things seem to have gone quite well here, so things seem to be going quite well here. I was thinking about doing a side-scroller with scrolling layered backgrounds. I would say Game Maker Studio would be great for that. I've also seen some people doing stuff with Unity 2D that does that, and I've seen people doing it with Unreal. Unreal Engine, apparently you can do it. So yeah, I think it just comes down to your preference at a certain point as well, like your how comfortable you are with them. Game Maker Studio has its own scripting language. Unity uses C#. And Unreal has options. You can use blueprints, or you can I think it's C++. I don't know which one's the best choice for you, but I would say, like, if somebody was just talking to me, like, I know a little bit of programming, but I don't really know like how to make an engine or whatever. Like, they were like interested in just dabbling into making some games, I would say Game Maker Studio is probably a really good place to start. There's a lot of good resources. You can watch free tutorials for that as well. It's probably a great place to start. Maybe Godot is also a great place to start. Again, I don't really know. Have you heard about the game On Guard? It's on GOG and it looks fun. Yeah, the adventure game with 3 Musketeers, but it's like dogs, I want to say. Is it Dog's Claws? Yeah, I think I was planning to play that at some point, but haven't gotten around to it yet. On Guard. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think I'm correct there. It's a Souls-like game? Oh, okay, it's a different game. But it's cartoony. I'll look at it real quick. Okay, yeah, no, this is different. Yeah, this looks fun. It looks kind of silly, kind of fun. Cool. Well, I'm pretty sure the game I'm thinking of is called On Guard, though. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just got my wires crossed. Oh, it's showing everything but what I'm trying to think of. Mustn't be called that. Doesn't matter. Braz did the release stream yesterday. Cool. I didn't stream yesterday. I mean, I did, but not on GOG. What am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at. What was I in the middle of doing? I got distracted. Everybody loves getting distracted. Player interact. Player interact. So grinder interact. That should just be a player interact, right? No, no. We want to get those coordinates. We want to facing a direction left. So we just need to find these coordinates. And that's the grinder. So we're probably going to grind standing about here. Touche. That's the one I was thinking of not being you. Yeah, thank you. Adventures of the Fifth Musketeer. Exactly the game I was thinking of. That's the one where they just trace Guybrush from Monkey Island 2. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of games did that back then. Interestingly. Alright, so we added all the... In room 1, we did all the interacts. So now, anytime you do anything in this room, the player animation will play of, like, touching the thing. Which is exactly what we want to do. It just adds that little bit of extra life to the scene, which is great. It's 5:05. See if we can squeeze out a little bit more drawing time. Whoops. We accidentally clicked on an X. Alright, down the way. I should check if I've got messages from my wife since she's been out. She might have things to say. All right. Sorry about that. just go silent reading my phone for 5 minutes. Don't even really know what to do next. I think we should probably take a look at some take a look at the walk cycle of Bernard as a bit of inspiration. I think it's like a 6-frame walk cycle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's 6 frames. Okay. So this is Bernard's walk cycle. So this frame on the very left and the 4th frame are the same, except they've just swapped like which leg is in front and which arm is in front, kind of thing. There's actually some minor differences in the arm position as well. Like, it's not a complete flip. But like, you know, it's they're interchangeable almost. You could think of them as just like the same pose but different foot on the ground. Likewise, I think with the 2nd frame and the 5th frame and the 3rd frame and the last frame seem to share that. And Bernard's walk cycle is like very, let's say, iconic. Laverne's is even more iconic, I think. Yeah, so a lot of the secondary movement that you can see on the character, like this hair, the hair tuft doing a little bit of bouncing animation, a little bit of like flapping around. It's good secondary movement on the animation. Another thing you notice is like you can actually see him pivoting his hips and chest, torso pivots. So this one is basically torso forward, torso slightly to camera, torso a lot more to camera, and then going back again. But actually not quite as far back as it is in the 1st frame. There's something else to note. And then, yeah, just sort of actually doesn't seem to rotate much at all from here. I guess it's a tiny bit of rotation, and then fully rotated with that extension. So what else am I looking at? Okay, it looks like his head is doing a pretty decent amount of bounce too. Something like that. Interesting. Well, I don't know. It's a little bit of a study of that animation walk cycle. I don't think our character is going to look great walking like Bernard, especially with the hands in pockets. I think it's a bit too much of a strut. Maybe we could try it. I don't know. I do need to go somewhere with this animation. And again, I'm not sure if I have time, because if my wife decides it's time to leave when she gets home, then I gotta basically just pack up and go. We'll see, I guess. I'm still thinking about this animation here. His glasses seem to bounce a bit too. I'm not sure if that's how it reads when I've watched the animation before. I don't think I've really noticed it. Man, he's a weird looking character when you start looking at him. Like, I mean, you already know he's weird, but like when you actually look at the shape of his head and everything, it gets a bit weird. Anyway, I guess that's enough of that. I gotta decide how I want to tackle this walking cycle for this character, and I don't really know how I want to do it. So, one thing I will note is that the walking animation is basically, you could use that in a platformer or a brawler or something like that. It is working directly to the right. Whereas I think with their idle poses, they tend to be facing slightly towards the camera like this, like I've done. So I think I'm still going to have to do the same with the walk cycle. So I will still have to rotate the character a fair bit, including moving like the whole thing. So there's like an actually an additional rotation required. I was hoping I'd get away with like just animating walking on this direction, but it's actually going to be easier to animate from the side. So probably not such a bad thing. I was just trying to avoid having to redraw the character again. Drawing it 3 times is hard enough. Well, 3.5 times, because all I had to do was flip it and then change which leg the thing was on, obviously. Drawing it from the back was actually fairly easy too. I just redrew the feet, slightly adjusted the arms, and then redrew all of the, like, filled in the hair and redrew everything for the overalls, suspenders part, the clips part of the overalls to come back over and connect to the pants again. Yeah. I don't know. I think it came out. I think this has come out okay. I'm really happy with the turnaround. Now I just need to do the hard part of the animation, which is walk cycle left to walk cycle right. Actually, I think walk cycle forward is going to be even harder. Maybe we just start with some skeletal poses. I actually animated this here before I moved it out, and I think I don't really need those frames anymore because I've already kind of everything's done with the grab animation in other files now, so I can delete those. Still thinking. I'm still thinking. Am I limited to colors per sprite, so to speak, in this engine? No, I could do whatever I want, I think. I may even... I don't know if AGS supports it, but it may actually support, like, sub-pixel rendering. Which is to say, when you scale it, you kind of, like, get the combination of, like, 2 or 3 pixels or 4 pixels. And, like, when you scale it down, you can, like, make it, like, smoother scaling kind of thing. If that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. But yeah, like super sample the scale, rather than like the default scaling. It doesn't look beautiful, but it does maintain. It does kind of look like the way old games did it. All right, let's go for a new layer. Let's just go ahead and draw this character in profile really roughly. Do I have the guides still? View. Okay, guides. Okay, I don't have guides in this image, just another image that I had the guides in. Well, that's fine. So I'm just going to go top of the head, bottom of the head, shoulders. Roughly, I guess somewhere about there. Top of the overalls, probably about there. Elbow, sleeve, belt. I'm gonna go in between these, but maybe closer to the top one. And ankles and bottom of the foot. Okay. Then we kind of want to just draw like the character in profile. I'm going to draw it very loosely and it's going to be static, but then I'll reposition it. Like once we've got the shape right, then I can start to like reposition it into the walk cycle sort of thing. I might even just keep this layer as like a base layer just for reference and then add additional layers just to sketch in the shape of the walk cycle, each of the frames. And then I can go back over each of those frames with the sketch of the walk cycle and put the redraw the character over top of it kind of thing. It's a lot of work, but it's the way this, I guess this is the way it's got to be done, right? Yeah. So what? Why can't I draw? Hello? I probably have a selection. Yeah, I had a selection somewhere. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Probably something like that. Probably the face is going to come back a little bit further, actually. I don't want a ruler for the nose. I hate it when I do that. I'm absolutely not convinced by this, but let's just keep trying. I said I wanted to do it roughly, but I'm really not being very successful with that, am I? Oh well. I mean, I guess this might work. We'll see. We'll see if I can make it work somehow. Not sure about this massive hair out the front, but we'll see. Maybe we can make it work. Is like the color drop tool like... Don't sample merge. I think that's my problem. I keep on getting like these weird anomalies with my colors, and I'm like, why is it doing that? That's better. Again, this is sort of like more of like a static thing that I'm going with here, but we'll oh. Well, sample merged is what I want, actually. Well, I don't know what the problem is then. Hair's a little bit messy. Give her the FMM brows. Yeah, we should do that. I'll have to draw her the other way too. You can't just mirror because of the side pocket. I can just mirror and then repaint that part. It's fine. Yeah, the hair's like way messed up. Need work on that a lot. The face is way messed up too. Hey Claus, you take care too. Have a good night. Oh wait, no, it's Captain Pilcard saying good night. Constantly up and down during the animation cycle? Yeah. All the snakes hiding in the basement? What? It sounds like my wife is home. I'm gonna go check on her. She might actually walk in here in a minute and check on me, but we'll see. I like the messy hair look, but I feel like I've gone too hard with the messy hair up here somehow. I really wanted that Bernard hair on the top, but that's more to toward the back actually on Bernard, so maybe I can transfer it. Just that one little Bernard style hair there. This part along the top here is a little bit, it's supposed to be this part over here, and I was trying to like make sure that was in, but I feel like it's too much. I'm gonna bring it down a little. It's hard to get the side profile hair to come through looking like not weird. Maybe I just don't do it toward the front of the head there. We just give her a break with the messy hair on that side. We just have this one down the front. On the front of her chin kind of area. Like so. Oops. That's a little bit less crazy. I think. I like Laverne's crazy hair, but I don't know if I want this character to be so crazy. And we're back. Hello there, Karif. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Alright, let's change our attention to this nose. I really don't know what to do about the nose. It's too big, I think. That might be the problem. Let's just try paring it back a fair bit here. Who's gonna voice the character? That's a real good question. I don't know. I might have to get my daughter or someone, maybe I'll get another streamer to help me out. I don't know, cause she's a girl now. When I originally was planning, I was like, I'll just voice act it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it justice if I do it. Don't really know if I'm sold on this look for the profile view. I think a lot of the cuteness of the face goes away. And I think it's to do with the forehead being so far forward. I think I need to pull... I think I made the same mistake I did when I was drawing the 3/4 rotation. Where I'm not game to make the face jut forward far enough. And so it just ends up looking weird. I think this is what I've done to myself. So... Hello? Is that you? Oh, it's you. What's up, kid? I'm on the stream. Okay, good. I'll come out and talk to her in a second, okay? Watch out, mate. Thanks for the hug. I'll come and give you a proper hug in a second, okay? I may have gone too far here, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see soon enough. I think that's actually a much better position to be in. Use I could use TTS voice, but I don't want to. I think it'll sound horrible. I don't like TTS. I don't like the way most TTSs sound. Even the better ones that have come out recently, I still don't like them. I think this could still stand for a little bit more geometry changes, but it's like a lot better already. That was supposed to be white. It's a start. Even with like the AI human stuff, I don't know, I don't really like the way they sound. They're very, very good, but I still don't like the way they sound typically. Maybe there's like a really well trained one that sounds great, but I don't know if it'll sound like the character that I want to go for. Like this, it's like investing a lot of time and effort into getting something that sounds like somebody talking when I can just go and get somebody to talk and record it, and that's done. Like, I just don't see the point in, like, especially if like I have to learn like, you know, a whole subgenre of technology just to implement voices. It's like, hey, you can just have voices, dude. Like, just talk. Just ask a lady to talk. That's all I gotta do. Which might be harder, might be easier said than done, but asking a lady to talk into a microphone should be easier. Yeah. Alright, I gotta say, not unhappy with how this one looks, this side profile looks. So we just have to translate this into a walk cycle, and I can do that some other time, because I strongly suspect it's time for me to go. I'm gonna go check, but if it's not time for me to go, if it's been cancelled or something, I'll just keep working at it. Otherwise, I'll come back and we'll call it a day. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll be right back. Shouldn't be too long, but I will put the BRB screen on just in case, because I don't know. I'm not sure. Safety save? I just saved. So we got it saved. Thank you, though. I might be going for dinner, Claus. I may be going for dinner. I'm not sure yet. I have to see if it's been cancelled or not. So we'll see. All right, I think we'll have to call it a day, but it's been a good day. It was a very productive day. We did a bunch of code changes. We got a cool character animation into the game. And we did a little bit of drawing. We got a profile view of our character. Mostly done. I'll obviously have to go through and do a bit of tidy up on that and keep working on it until it looks just right. But it's a lot better now than it was when I started drawing that side profile view. So it's coming together. And then we'll have to do the walk cycle animation, which I'm a bit annoyed we didn't get started on that today, but it's actually not so bad. We did a lot. It was fun. There will be a Fractal Mind Mike stream after I get back. It'll probably be a little late, maybe 8 o'clock. I do have a headache, so I may cancel it last minute and just work on this quietly by myself. But we'll see how I feel when I get back. I plan to stream. I do plan to do my regular stream tonight, yes. Hold on, save. I just saw that, Rue. Good to see you, Rue. But yeah, we did good. Look at the character we came up with in the end. Yo, what? It's changing the scene, but it's not actually changing the source elements. I don't know why. But there you go. Yeah. That's looking pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking okay. I'll keep tweaking it, you know. I'll look at I'll also go back and look at the sprites for Maniac Mansion and see if there's anything I can take influence from there. You know what I just realized? I just realized Hoagie seems to have an extra skin tone color under for his lips specifically. It's different. Is that different? I think that's different. Than his regular skin tone. But I'm not sure. I guess I need a new layer to draw on because the layer I'm trying to draw in is too small. Yeah, it's different than his regular skin tone. Hoagie has a bonus skin tone color just for his lips. Maybe I can use that to help with this character to have lips. And maybe that will make it look a little bit more feminine as well. So I'll look into that. I mean, I don't have to be like that was something I was thinking about doing anyway, but like I just realized it, so worth noting. Worth noting. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Why is your head hair black but your beard hair brown red? Explain. Genetics? I don't know. I have my familial history is I believe Irish and British, but we don't have the full genetic history because one of my grandparents was adopted. I mean, the records are not open or clear because in Australia at the time there was a lot of weird stuff going on with adoptions. Oh, the red light. Yeah, I do have there is a light beside me that's like an orangey color. It does highlight that color a little bit more. My natural hair color is more like a brown. When I was younger, it was like a sandy blonde almost, and then it grew darker. Anyway, I gotta go. Somebody's at the door for some reason. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later on. Have you heard they identified the Somerton man? No, I had not heard that. I had not heard that. All right, everybody, I will go. I'll see you tonight, probably. We'll keep working on this if I don't. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Must be Girl Guide cookie delivery. Yeah, it might be. You never know. It could be. I never ordered them before, though, so I doubt it. See ya. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.